everybody. I'm Ali Cattail, the author of The Fauna and the Flora, and we have reached the end of our Restless Readalong. Today we're discussing commercial break number 4, plus chapters 33 through 36, and the end credits, the final act. You want a cliffhanger? I'll give you a cliffhanger. Wow. Wowie, wow, wow. Hickory dickory dock, the final bongs of the clock. The final showdown between Victor and JackRabbitt. I can't believe it. Victor has returned from the dead. The greatest soap opera trope of all time. The return from the dead. And JackRabbitt is so entirely floored by it. He is so floored that he says he feels like the floor is dropping out beneath him. I love that line, and I love that image of the room going blurry and only Victor's face remaining in focus. Victor's face, which is relishing JackRabbitt's stunned silence. Ugh. But JackRabbitt doesn't stay silent for long. His speech in that final scene is one of the most powerful parts of the entire book. I mean, Victor's return should feel like a triumph, but is it? I mean, really, is it? Because I think there is good reason for the way JackRabbitt feels about Victor. Maybe JackRabbitt was right about him all along. And maybe Grace was wrong about him. JackRabbitt wants what Grace wants, and always has. Victor was the one with the ruthless ambition. The ideas that make Genoa City strong, that strengthen and reinforce his empire, but mine the town dry. So in my mind, JackRabbitt was the champion for the little guy. And he reveals to us in that final scene that he tried to work with Victor to make something good happen. But Victor never trusted it. Victor believed that JackRabbitt always only wanted to take over his company, the company that he built from the ground up. And, you know, Victor was sort of egotistical and paranoid, the way you might expect the king of the forest to be. But in that scene, JackRabbitt says, I didn't want what you built from the ground up. I wanted to destroy what you built from the top down. Great final showdown between two great egos. And as JackRabbitt is leaving, he has this moment with Grace. And for the first time, Grace realizes she is in over her head. And she is. She's right. She absolutely is. The Victor of Southbrook is not the Victor of Genoa City. And he knows that. And he said that to Cathra. Southbrook has shown me what I could be. but the forest is what I am. And now Grace sees it too. It's a good thing that they had their final happy moments together in Southbrook, because it all falls apart. Grace is seen in her bedroom trying on the cosmetics for the first time. The scene under the pavilion trying the melt mushrooms for the first time. Grace let herself be lured into Victor's world. Not by Victor, but by her own choice. Victor didn't ask her to go to Chenoa City with him. She forced his paw. She chose this. And that's the important thing to remember about Grace. Grace, although I feel for her in the end, made her own decision. She was not the wilting bluebell until the moment she saw Mikki. Mikki's scene at the ranch, riding high on the success of the gala, and then crashing like a vase of roses to the ground as she discovers the depth of JackRabbitt's betrayal. Drama. The roses smashing against the wall. It is such a dramatic, soapy moment, and I really feel for her. In fact, the roses scene makes me cry every time. It is just so powerful. And it's the first moment where you begin to feel the story unraveling, and it unravels fast after that. After that scene, everything that you thought was true, you now realize was an illusion, was temporary. And it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking for Mikki. It's heartbreaking for Grace. I mean, Mikki has Victor's heart, but Grace has something else. For the entire novel, Victoria and William are circling each other, missing each other, just barely. And in the final scene, they finally come face to face, and they finally both realize separately that the other one exists and that they've somehow met before. That moment is so explosive, and you think it's gonna go a certain way, but instead your expectation blows up in your face. And in William's, literally. Oh, it's delicious. I love the play on expectations there. It's a true emotional twist, and I think it's clearly a bridge to their future storylines. I mean, come on, with that amount of fire between them, you just know it's gonna get hot. The pacing of this final act is so slow. You really have a chance to savor those moments in Grace's bedroom. And then you have a chance to savor that last night in Southbrook. And you're really even savoring the moments of Mikki's post-gala triumph. And then the moment she opens that box, the whole story just goes into warp speed. And while it does resolve all of the story's conflicts, it also ends with more questions. And to me, that is where soap operas really show their influence, because soap operas don't ever really give you an ending. In soap operas, the story never ends. And the Fauna and the Flora follows that format. You are not left with a happy ending. You're not left with a pretty bow tied on top of the package. You are left with an even bigger mess than what you started with. And you are left with a, what's gonna happen next? That's what keeps you tuning in. That is the essence of soap opera captured in the book. And my question for you is, what do you think is going to happen next? I mean, that's the fun of it. That's the fun of soaps, predicting, pulling apart and then predicting. You got that preview, which is so clearly an homage to soaps. And so I would like to invite you to leave your predictions in the comments and let me know what you think will happen after the end. Gosh, you know, we're so close to the end, and we've talked so much about the story, but you know, I also want to quickly mention some of the little touches that make the book feel like a TV show. The commercial breaks, those really make Chabot Cosmetics feel alive, and they're all so connected. Fluff Soap speaks to the Abbott legacy. Berry Cherry lip stains speak to where the company is currently. The perfume ad ties directly into Jillian and Leanne, cosmetics being used as a way to cover up, perhaps. And then the final commercial for Bubbly Bath, leading you into Grace's bedroom, where she is actually trying all of these products for the first time. It's just those commercials are really so fun, and they're so in-world. And we also have the opening and closing credits, the opening credits that introduce the characters with that single green leaf passing between them, a real intro like you would have in a TV show. And of course the ending credits, which is a bit of an in-world spoof also, where you're introduced to the actors who are playing the characters who you've just spent your time with. And add to it the previews for next time. All of that, I think, really makes this story world feel complete, even though in many ways this story is just opening up. If you enjoyed the Fauna and the Flora, I have really got to encourage you to leave an Amazon review for the book. It's very hard to get people to read a book these days, but I feel the Fauna and the Flora is a beautiful story, and it is worth reading or experiencing an audiobook as well, and it's worth sharing. In this day and age, Amazon is the #1 place that people buy and discover new books, so if you could just take a moment to leave a simple review there, even just a few words can really make a difference. And also, you know, if you could help out and spread the word about the Fauna and the Flora, that will make a difference in whether or not book 2 is possible, and that is something I really want to be able to bring to life. I'd really also like to remind you that there's so much more F&F out there, even before book 2 is finished. There is also the Green Gala After Party digital bundle that has the bonus ebook in it. And it's the ebook is so cute because it is formatted like a special issue soap magazine, like you pick up at the checkout counter. And it includes a lot of good stuff. Leanne Lovely's post-gala gossip column, the apology letter from Zena Aromalotti about the cake disaster, a police report with official statements from Cathra and Jillian. You gotta see that. There is also a 3-hour deep dive podcast with my husband and I where we delve way into the story and into the characters, also into the behind the scenes and the making of, and I talk all about the inspiration for the book. I mean, we really spill it there. And also that digital bundle has the Restless Heart song. If you read the paperback, you haven't heard the song. And if you haven't heard the song, then prepare to cry, and then prepare to listen to it on repeat, and then cry again. Oh, it's so good. It's so heartfelt, and all of this is available at restlessforest.com. All of this supports the possibility of a book 2. Thank you all for joining me. Thank you all for supporting me. And thank you all so much just for embracing the fauna and the flora. Through the generations all the same, through the pleasure and the pain, a young and restless heart remains. Bye.